Welcome to Pete's Investing Updates, February 28, and here we're reviewing on a 15-minute price chart. We review the weekly progress of the random sample of blue chip stocks from Australia, the US and Europe. Namely, we're looking at Telefonica, Commonwealth Bank of Australia, BHP Australia, JPMorgan, Volkswagen, Johnson & Johnson and Caterpillar. Look at any profitability made for those with using a buy and sell strategy versus a buy and hold, and the drawdown requirements for each. For the other explanation to these strategies, please refer to the supporting videos at the bottom in the links below. But firstly, we're not recommending to trade any of these positions, rather it's simply a purely an educational guide to some trading ideas. Also, very importantly, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification button to receive any updates. And for those Patreon on the Patreon channel, we've introduced a new channel on Patreon in the link below. That'll allow you earlier access to the changes or the updates from each of these instruments as they occur, so you can follow and track those yourselves to follow your own strategy if you wish. So firstly, let's get stuck into the first chart. Let's look at Telefonica. So looking at the profitability, we've done €2,200 using the buy and sell strategy, and we still haven't broken our $100,000 baseline, and we're down $817 on a drawdown of $45.50. So how that looks on the chart for Telefonica, as you can see here over the 18-month period, it's been on a steady decline. Our buy and hold strategy, meaning we bought it once and haven't sold it yet, is still below our $100,000 baseline, whereas the trading buy and sell strategy, which we use, which is the CCI 100, and again I'd like you to refer to the simple trading strategy we use in the accompanying videos in the links below, where we buy and sell, and we're up just over €2,200 trading that over the 18th month, roughly the 18-month period. In a shorter term though, in the last few days, you can see there the price has declined after making some nice gains in the previous weeks. So we've still got a position of €2,000 in this case. We're trading $2,000 lots or €2,000 lots for each of these trades, and that's where we are. This shows the profitability of that, which shows a slight decline in conjunction with the price chart. Next, we'll look at Commonwealth Bank of Australia. We've done 762 Aussie dollars for buy and sell, and the buy and hold is barely breaking even with a drawdown of over $500. And how that looks. Again, looking at the long-term 18-month picture, that's the COVID period in the price chart, and it's made some nice little advances. The buy and hold strategy is just broken above our $100,000 baseline from where we opened up back here, whereas the buy and sell strategy has consistently made profits at each of these closing trades, and we've still got $2,000 lots open with a decline happening in the last few days. But you can see here we're up $762 versus about break even for the buy and hold strategy. But as you can see here, the price has declined in the last few days. So to keep an eye on that, let's not panic. The strategy works. We just got to be mindful of how it performs in the coming days, and making sure we've got funds in our account to add additional positions when required. Next, we'll look at BHP Australia. That's done $900 over the period, whereas the buy and hold strategy has done $382. So it's done a bit better than the previous companies. The drawdown of 858. So BHP. Again, that's advanced quite nicely in the price chart. You can see here after COVID, so it's gone above our COVID levels. The buy and hold strategy was down most of the other period, and it started advancing here, and we're up at $382 for the buy and hold, whereas the buy and sell strategy is making $929. As you can see here, the last few weeks it's advanced quite nicely. A slight decline on our MA200 line here, slight decline, but let's not panic. In fact, we've closed out the position here. So we may be entering a stage where it re-enters in the coming days So here we've closed out with a nice little profit, entering there and closing out there. You can see there the profit made, 929, taking away what it was back there, 868. So about 50 to $70 profit in that period. That allows for a brokerage as well. Next, looking at JPMorgan. So over the 18-month period, again, that's also advanced beyond the COVID period. The buy and hold strategy is making $816, whereas the buy and sell strategy is making $1,558. As you can see here, the last few days it's declined, the price has declined, although we have closed out. We entered the trade back here. We entered $2,000 lots, US dollars, and we closed out at this point here. That's according to our strategy, using the CCI indicator, allowing for profits to be made. Next, we look at Volkswagen. Again, that's also advanced beyond our COVID period. The buy and hold strategy has just broken above our baseline of $100,000, making $208 at the moment. The buy and sell strategy has made $784. And again, slight decline in the price, and we might be ready for another entry soon once that moving average of the CCI 100 breaks above the zero line. That'll enter again, into a position again of €2,000 worth of stock. You can see here this one entered back here. We bought 11 units, 11 stock units at €180.90. Next we look at Johnson & Johnson. That's also done nicely since COVID. In fact, it did a lot quicker than most other charts. It broke above the baseline, our COVID period there. So this is doing quite well in terms of the buy and hold strategy. It's making $561 US over the 18-month period, whereas the buy and sell strategy is making $337. So the buy and hold has actually outperformed, and the reason that is because this price chart is gradually increasing over the period. So the buy and hold strategy outperforms the buy and sell strategy whenever this happens. But most stocks don't do this. So if you can, again, as I always say, if you can choose a price chart or a stock that increases week over week, then you're doing quite well, and you can just follow that strategy if you know what you're doing there. Whereas the buy and sell strategy works best in a sideways or even a slightly declining market. But again, you can see here it closed out there at a nice little profit on that one, and then it's re-entered again here, but the price has been declining since then, since the start of last week. And lastly, let's look at Caterpillar, which is done at $2,000 US for the buy and sell strategy versus $1,689 buy and hold, with $1,500 on a drawdown. So again, looking at Caterpillar, since the COVID period, it's done quite nicely. It's advanced very quickly beyond COVID. So you can see here the buy and hold strategy has done quite well. In this case, though, the buy and sell strategy is still outperforming the buy hold strategy, just by over $400 worth of difference in profit. Again, these include brokerage charges. But in the last week, you'll notice here the price has declined back down to our moving average 200 trend line. We haven't got any open positions yet, but you can see here the moving average 20 of the CCI 100 has fallen below our potential trigger points. So once that breaks above the minus 50 and then the zero, it'll enter another position of $2,000 worth of stock for Caterpillar. So that's it for the the stocks we're looking at. Again, this is a random sample of companies across Europe, the US and Australia. In terms of looking at profitability and drawdown requirements for buy and sell strategy we're using versus the buy and hold. And over the period you can see here, we've done 86.67 in terms of the buy and sell strategy. So for added explanation, don't forget to refer to our in the links below, the simple trading strategy, the average down process, and money management concepts. And also don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification button to receive any updates. And for those who haven't already subscribed, click on the Patreon channel to get daily updates when and as they happen for early subscribers. Thank you, and see you in next week's video.